Dunn here, back on Oakland A's franchise, and we are fighting for first place in the month of May. So last episode, do a quick recap. We went through the month of April. Pretty solid month. We got to see the new stadium again, and we are only 2.5 games out of first place in the division. We also got hit really bad by the injury. So starting pitchers Tyler Wells and Tristan McKenzie are both out. We did actually have a third out, so at one point we had 3 starting pitchers out. Tyler Wells will be back soon. Tristan McKenzie soon-ish. So we'll see. But if we have more injuries, it's going to be tough. What's also tough is our new stadium and keeping the ball in the ballpark. Our starting pitchers, Chris Paddock is doing really well, and Julio Rice is doing okay. But Tristan McKenzie, he was out on injury, but a 6.23 ERA and Mason Miller with a 6.37 ERA are not good. Tyler Wells, Trevor Rogers, Mike Clevenger, all doing pretty well though. So I don't know. These 2 guys right here, Tristan McKenzie, Mason Miller, they have to improve. Otherwise, next man up would actually be our young, what would be his rookie season, Stuart Orr. Continues to dominate. He dominated in doubles. He's dominating in triples in AAA. So, we will see. But that low home run per 9 rating, only 51, that could cause some issues in our new stadium because it is short and the walls are not that high. But I do like the new stadium. It's a completely new look for us. And the A's, I think, overall are in a good spot. I'm just really curious because I forgot this was here, wanting to see who the top prospects were in all of baseball. And we actually have at least one player in the top 10, Antonio Padilla. Okay. Any others here? Mario Velez, Matsui, Meza is a top 42. That's interesting. He's having a really tough season so far. And his contact rating going down already. Not good. Anyone else? James Santos. Okay. It is crazy to me that Stuart Orr is not ranked in there because he's been fantastic. He's already up to a 74 overall, but they say Padilla, the 59 overall, is a top 10 prospect. Okay. I mean, he's crushing it in AA. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's look at what games we're going to play. So, of course, we do the inner division and outer division. We need to beat the Rangers. We need to beat the Astros. We have yet, I think, to play the Astros this season. Actually, I feel like it's been a while, and we also haven't played a game in Houston. So let's take a game at Houston. And have we played the Whites or the Tigers? We have, I think. We've played Cleveland. Let's go to St. Louis. We'll have 2 away games for this episode. And I don't think we've seen Busch Stadium yet in this whole series, and that I am from Missouri, so it'll be fun for me to go to some place where I've actually spent some childhood days. So we went ahead and let Chris Paddock pitch. He continues to do well. This is the guy that we wanted in free agency that we paid big money for. But now let's hop on the Saturday game in our really gross, I have to say. Okay, so we pick a new stadium. All the other details are auto-filled in. Like, still says we're from Oakland, still has all that stuff. But everything else just goes to default. I don't know. I didn't expect that, so I know it's kind of wonky. We just kind of have to put ourselves out of, use our imagination a little bit. We just need to use our imagination a little bit. Pretend you see the A's logo, all that stuff. But, yeah, we are in Houston with the Trastros, our mortal enemies. And we're going to see how we fare. We are tied in the division. Always a super competitive division. We're wearing our mustard yellows. I hate it. I mean, yellow is actually my favorite color, but this solid is not good. All right, Hunter Brown, 86, a young 86 overall, having a great season so far. It looks to be very well-rounded. Could be a tough day. We'll see. We are much better against, I think, lefty pitchers than we are righties. So there is that. But we're going to see if we can get to Hunter Brown. Oh, Chappie slaps one on the right. That one actually manages to stay fair. Goes down the third base line, hops in the corner. Chappie's to second. Will he try for 3? He will not. He will not. So a lead-off double for Chapman. One thing I want to try to do is I was going to say, I want to take pitch 1. I want to take pitch 1. One thing I think we've seen in other episodes is we get really swing happy. We get really swing happy. So, but then we run into situations like that. There's some pitches that are close. Oh, we go down and get that one. Ahmed Rosario should be an RBI double. I think Chappie has enough speed to go second to home, and he does. And we are cruising. No outs, 1 on, 1 run. Looking good. Let's see what Gelly Boy can do here. Another great pitch to hit on pitch 1. I just want to have a little bit more disciplined at bats. Whenever I'm controlling things, I very rarely ever walk because I usually fly out or get a hit. Like that. I guess we're under that one. Yeah, clearly under that. Good timing, though. And now we have old Brownie. I'm not a super fan of Seth Brown by any means, but in this franchise, I've just really become attached to him. The A's are known for taking these players, developing them, and then just shipping them off to other teams. But not Seth Brown. He is here, and he is here to stay. Contract extension for shots like that out to the second deck. Grab your tickets. Next stop, Pound Town. Seth Brown goes yard, 2-run shot. Oh, what a thing of beauty. I mean, I don't know if Hunter Brown here is watching the live stream. He heard me say that we're taking pitch 1 because we get a strike, a fastball pretty much right down the middle on every first pitch. Ooh, swing through a knuckle curve there. Good pitch. Very good pitch. Very early and over the top. So sometimes I'd rather just swing on the first pitch if it's a strike, but we'll see. Geloff under this one. Or sorry, not Geloff, Soderstrom. But hey, we do some good damage. 3 runs in the first. I think we'll probably get a shot here of Brownie. Like a hot pan of brownies out of the oven, Seth Brown. Oh my God, I'm so funny. Seth Brown goes yard. I would be the worst baseball announcer of all time. All right, Let's try and get it right, though, with Mason Miller. So far this season with a 6 ERA, obviously less than ideal. Of course, a talented Houston lineup. And I don't know. It's definitely not the Reaper that we see in real life. Of course, I cannot, for the life of me, just give him outlier. So whereas you would normally see him reaching 102, 103 here in the game, the most I've seen I think is 100, 101. That cutter though, 95 on the black. Take strike 3. It was definitely a close pitch. And I see one right on the black. Doesn't get the call, but that's baseball. No robot umps yet. That cutter was dotted up, though. Ball 2. Although, have to say, after all the hype from Mason Miller on his starts this year, and now we've seen Paul Skeens really taking over. Another batter watches strike 3 go by. But in real life, talking real life baseball, Paul Skeens has been nothing short of fantastic. He throws gas. He is locating extremely well. His command, velocity, the run on some of his pitches, like he's just crushing it. Unlike Dylan Carlson, not even reaching the Mendoza line as of yet, only batting 191. But he gets into that one. That is high. That is deep. And that is caught on the warning track. Only 53 power. Doesn't quite get it out to dead center. Ryan Noda, another player that we saw excel early on in this franchise, but has since kind of fallen off. Only batting just over 200. We gave him the green light to try to get him back on track. And he cannot time up the fastball. 97 and 98 respectively. Late on both. Skies this one out into right field. He is able to turn on it. I mean, if you're going to sky one, out into right field here is a good place to do it. Nice to see Ronnie Mauricio batting very well. We literally signed a free agent because he could not hit the ball last year, at least against lefties. So right now he's only against righties and having a pretty good season. However, it does fly out into right field there. One other thing we've seen from Mason Miller is lack of control. Even, his control's not bad at 68, but that walk per 9 down in the 50s, I think really hurts him. I don't think his slider, we don't really see that thing break a ton. It's just more of just like some sort of off-speed pitch to break up throwing cutters and fastballs up in the zone every time. I mean, but that one is an absolute dot in the corner. I mean, you really just kind of just put it where you think it's going to be a strike and hope for the best. This thing could end up dead center. It could end up being a ball. And these sliders, same thing. I could aim this out here, and look at that. That thing was right down the middle. So, you know, what are you going to do? Hope for weak contact like that. That's pretty much it. We get through the second. All right, rotation, or the lineup flips over. 401 on base for Chappie. You love to see that. Chappie, I don't think really ever put in leadoff role. He's not for a very long time. But over 400 on base is absolutely exceptional. But despite attempting to make more patient at-bats, we have only run Hunter Brown through 35 pitches through 2 2/3. Wow, very early on those. Okay. And then very early on 97. Make it make sense. All right, come on, Geloff.
Nope, outside.
I'm just really hoping that first inning wasn't a fluke. It's like Hunter Brown realized he remembered how to pitch. Like, these are very close pitches. And then we beat one into the ground. So, okay. So, Hunter Brown found it. And we got to try and match with Mason Miller. I mean, we're going to go with the old strategy of throw it and hope for the best. I think that's about the best we can do, unfortunately. If we get an accidental great location, great.
Oh, that's just out.
That slider actually slid. There we get a swing and miss on the changeup. I think that's his first strikeout from a swing and a miss. All the others have been strikeouts looking. And who is Tatum Lewis? And why can't he hit the ball? That's why. Okay.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, we're just going to give him a challenge fastball. And that, oh. Looks good to me. Someone must have a day off. Surely Houston does not have that guy as a starter. One second, I have to take a phone call. All right, apologies. Quick 10-minute break. I will be back. Okay. Okay. We are back. Apologize for that. Me and the wife,
2 strikes.
selling. We got a new bed, selling the old one, and great swing and miss there. Selling the old one, and the person said they were going to be here this morning to pick up the bed, and they just arrived. So I figured they were just ghosted us, but all right. So back in game mode, we have Seth Brown back up 1-for-1 with a 2-run shot. That splitter, man, is a great pitch. Oh my God, did he do it again? Hot like a pan of brownies. Seth Brownie Brown goes yard. Once again, 2-for-2 with 2 homers. This one, a solo shot. How is that a home run? He didn't even barrel it. Oh my God, we are... Seth Brown is just that guy, I guess. So there you go. If you're doing a franchise, you need a first baseman, you need an outfielder.
No ball.
Seth Brown would probably cost you nothing from the A's.
Ball 1.
Okay, that wasn't ball 1, but we get lucky. Goes past the diving third baseman, but shortstop there with enough range to snag that one.
Tyler Soderstrom.
I mean, if that splitter didn't get the call, that slider should have, so. And grab your chips and soda. Soderstrom goes yard. Another solo shot. Woo-hoo. Not quite as high and as deep as Seth Brown's, but
Ball 1. No.
still there. How does Hunter Brown have any confidence left? He's given up 5 and 4. What's up? Okay, thank you for letting me know.
2 balls. 2 strikes. I got 3 and 2.
Okay, we're starting to see those breaking pitches, off-speed pitches a little bit better. Oh my God! Dylan Carlson joins the party. He's rounding the bases. Surely they're going to pull this one.
Your attention, please.
They are. Hunter Brown gets pulled. Now we face Brandon Bilek.
Number 64, Brandon Bilek.
That's out.
So one thing we have seen
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
is sometimes we'll face the starter, get him out of the game, and then some of these relievers actually give us a lot of problems.
The batter,
Noda, though, sends that one off the shoe
Ronnie Mauricio.
of Bilek. And then is, uh-oh,
He beat it.
okay. So that one bounces off the first base coach. And we managed to still take second off of it. This one looks to be a fly out to left, and it is. My dog is going crazy right now. I'll have to address that.
Matt Chapman.
And no, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't score another run. No, I'm just kidding, but we really have seen, like, sometimes we face these starters, sometimes really good ones. And we dominate, and then, you know, you just run into a reliever that just pitching lights out. I mean, to be fair, we were getting a lot of fastballs right down the middle, even though they were, you know, at 70, 97, 98. A fastball right down the middle, still a fastball down the middle. And, you know, he did get a couple innings with some pretty nasty swing and miss. But no more damage is done, but still. Was that a... That was a 3 home run inning, all solo shots. But I mean, we're up 6-0. Now, obviously, Mason Miller, huge lead to work with. So we're just gonna throw strikes, and hopefully none of these get straightened out. Geloff, for some reason, ranging over for this one when Noda was clearly the closest.
Nope. Ball one.
Ooh, very close.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Very close change up there.
Hey!
Now facing off against Kyle Tucker, a very dangerous hitter in his own right. Fucking giant of a man. He's like 6'7", 6'8", something like that. But apparently that doesn't come with a lot of powers. He just dribbles that one down the first base line. And now Altuve.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Short king. Similar to Oscar the Grouch, short guy, loves trash cans. A little Sesame Street reference for you. But he does hit that one pretty well out on the left. Or actually center field, I guess. Left center.
Hey! 2.
Carlson ranges and is able to snag that one. You know, maybe he's only batting 200, but Dylan Carlson is great defensively
The center field.
out in right field there.
Ahmed Rosario.
I wanted to swing so bad, but I kept telling myself, don't swing on pitch 1, don't swing on pitch 1.
That's ball 2.
But then we wouldn't get these next 2 balls. Very late on 94. Although that was one thing I do see from the A's in real life is very, well not very, but definitely some impatient at-bats. But, you know, honestly, I don't mind it for the most part. Geloff, though, not part of the hit parade today. Does give this one a ride out to center. And now we have Brown, 2 for 2 with 2 homers. After going 1 for 5 with a single last game. And that is another shot. High and deep, but off the wall in left center. Seth Brown is going to have an OPS
Batter, number 2, designated
of like, I don't even know,
Jorge Soler.
2,000. 3 for 3, 2 home runs and a double. It's like the actual power hitters that I can't, like Geloff, Soler.
Ball 1.
Those guys I've actually having trouble
Yep, that ball went out.
hitting home runs with. But I'll take it. Soler does turn on this one. Outfielder's looking up, and that one is gone. Get your tickets to Pound Town. Also get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. This has turned into a batting show. 8-0. Tell me Soderstrom's going to get that one out. No, not quite. Another double. Got a little 2-out rally here. 108 miles an hour off the bat.
Carlson.
Only his 3rd double of the year. And I don't know if I'm just seeing the ball great today, I usually do not hit this well, especially not home runs. In fact, I very rarely turn early on anything inside like the Soler home run. But I mean, it's not like these are not talented players. You know, if you go back to season 1, I'm barreling the baseball. You know, do have good games with lots of hits, but none of those tended to result in a lot of runs because the team had no power. Also had just pretty low like contact ratings. So in terms of like how the game mechanics work, you know, I'd barrel up a baseball and it'd be an out. It just happens. But today, putting on a clinic, Mason Miller still pitching well somehow is giving up 2 hits. And I am quickly falling in love with his cutter. It's been very effective. I'm thinking like, what if, like, does that, Jesus. I mean, I wanted it to be outside, Mason, but not that far outside. Okay. Definitely not biting on those. Those are not hard pitches to lay off. But, like I said, the cutter has been very effective. It's gotten some good swing and miss. And pretty much anything that has been hit has been just these lazy fly balls to the outfield. I'll take it. Geloff with the range, plants his foot and makes the throw.
Now batting.
I did not think he was going to get there in time, to be honest. But he does. As one great thing about this team is not only do we actually have some batting prowess, but we have some good defensive players as well. You know, we have a few pitch to contact type of pitchers, and like when you have Chappie there on the hot corner, it's not like you really have to try too hard. Ryan noted not listening to his coaches. Any coach told him we're not swinging on first pitch. But swings on back-to-back pitches. First one foul, second one a lazy high fly ball to center field. Just wants to join the hit parade, apparently. Can't blame him. And, I mean, you hate to lay off a pitch like that. Get a fastball to swing at, but he's over the top.
He's out.
And now Chapman, 1 for 3 on the day. Started off strong. Tied for 5th in the AL for bases on balls. So, very happy to draw a walk. Also very happy to crush a ball out into left field. Matt Chapman goes yard. Our, 6th, 7th home run of the game?
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Astros.
Who is this team?
Number 26, Matt
I mean,
Straw.
we know that we have the potential to do this every game, but Houston's pitchers are just leaving it up to him on a platter. All right, so Tatum Levens 0 for 1. Did we really walk him?
Too high. Ball.
I mean, this was the guy that had like 40, 50 contact. Yeah, 53 contact. I mean, that's just a free out for most of our pitchers. And I don't even think we really have to throw anything else than this cutter. It's just, it's doing work. And I think this is like, what is that, Hall of Fame? I think Hall of Fame pitching difficulty.
Shortstop, Jeremy.
So it's not like I'm pitching on rookie mode. The Astros just don't have it today. Do we go 3 straight cutters for a 1-2-3? We do. We do. To be fair, we have gotten some, I wouldn't say generous calls, but certainly some calls on the black that could go either way and happen to go in our favor.
That's ball 2.
Young Geloff, not particularly strong against lefties.
Ball. That's inside.
But looking to possibly draw a walk here. Especially with the way Seth Brown has been hitting the baseball. Of course, Seth Brown,
3-2.
not particularly good against lefties either. Okay, we'll poke this one out into the right center gap. Should be a double. Ooh, looks like he thought about the triple. Ended up holding back on that. And now Seth Brown, who really improved against lefties last year, we'll look to see if he can continue that trend both in this season and in this game. Whiffs way too late on 97, high in the zone. And now in 0-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, I would be so elated if he could smash a lefty, but goes down on the slider. Lefty-lefty matchup proves to get the better of Seth Brown. Ooh, this one's high, but not that deep. Looks to be another easy out.
The batter, the catcher, Tyler Soderstrom.
All right. Let's see another homer, Gelly, or not Gelly. Sodi. What do you say, buddy?
Ball.
Okay, we get the check swing there. Don't go around. Good curveball, though. Respect. Uh-oh. This one is crushed. Just a couple feet away from a home run. Would have been his second of the day. 107 off the bat, but we get an RBI double. We are up big on the Trastros. Is this a statement game? Are we telling the Astros and the Rangers, like, we should have the number 1 spot? Is this our statement game? I mean, we're only 3rd in the division, so it's not like,
2-0.
you know, we're going from the very bottom to the top. Like, we're in the mix. Oh, right. Little blooper over the shortstop's head. Dylan Carlson's second hit of the day. Only 79 off the bat. Definitely not as hard as his last hit, but I don't know. Everything we hit is either a home run or it's landing, it feels like. It's just one of those games.
0-1's the count.
Never mind. Ryan Notice, my kryptonite.
Inside, ball one.
Never mind. Ryan Notice a cheat code. Easy homers. This has to be one of my best games I think I've ever had in MLB The Show.
For the Astros.
How many home runs are we up to? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 home runs in this game.
Number 60, Tim Mesa.
Nope. Outside.
Again, I don't think I've ever hit this many home runs in a game ever. It's
Ball, that's off the plate.
a little alarming almost how good I'm hitting right now. I am flabbergasted.
We got a full count.
Like, absolutely flabbergasted. Damn. I think the most runs I think I have like one time put up like a 20 spot, but I've never hit this many home runs in a game, I don't think.
Leading up for
It's been something, to say the least.
the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
So we can get some of our... who do we even want warmed up? All right, we'll get a lefty and a righty warmed up. I think Mason can probably get out of this inning. I mean, his confidence is literally full, so that means he's still going to pitch really well despite his low energy levels. We've gotten a lot of strikeouts, but not really a ton swing and miss. I would say probably half the strikeouts have just been batters just watch one. I mean, to be fair, a lot of them on the black, they're very close pitches, but I think that's probably the hardest ball hit today. 101, but still does not manage to leave the yard, which is good because at our new stadium, debuted this year, we have seen a lot of home runs hit. In fact, last episode, we almost choked a 4-run lead. Oh man, Rosario's got legs. Can he get there? He cannot. And that one, someone needs to check on that ball. I think that thing is made out of rubber. The way that thing just bounced off the wall or bounced over the wall, that's a tall wall for a ball to bounce. But we'll give Mason Miller one more batter. Or at least one more base runner. I mean, I guess either he gets this out. All right, give him the heat. Right down the middle. Not the best location. Let's go with the cutter this time. Great location. And once again, a Houston batter just watches strike 3 go by. 7 innings for Mason Miller. Phenomenal game. We'll go to the bullpen. And young Luther Hanna, who we knew might have some issues in the majors. We brought him from Double-A up to the majors last year. He did well, but in a very small sample size. No way we hit another one. No way we hit another one. Oh my God. Our 8th home run of the game. I'm the greatest MLB show player alive. Just kidding. I've literally never hit this well in my life. This is, I think, I don't know, whatever the second or third hardest difficulty is. Let's look. What is gameplay? All-Star. Yeah. And pitching's Hall of Fame. But trust me when I say, the results are usually never this good. This is just one of those games. But honestly, can't complain. Especially as an A's fan in real life, it feels good to crush Houston. Ooh, good slider. Good slider. I gave up on that one early. This one just kind of a little blooper on the left. And it falls. That just kind of shows you the day I'm having. This thing was not even close. And that's a hit. Okay. Seth Brown, 3 for 4.
That's a ball.
Just 2 home runs, a double. He finally got paid
No, he's in there.
after a long time with this organization. And he was like, you know what? You give me the money, I'm going to give you the performance. Crushing this season. This one's going to fall. Oh my God, Geloff's actually going for third, and he makes it easily. It looked like the center fielder out there just did not expect Geloff to run to take third. Once he realized it was already too late, now Soler dominant against lefties.
Ball, that's inside.
And Tim Maiza may be in a little bit of danger here. Good sinker, well located.
Ball 2.
I don't know. But another really good front door slider.
Ball, that's out.
Ooh. My God, if they walk Soler, and then imagine we also hit a grand slam in this game. I was hoping for it.
Count full.
No grand slam! But that's a 3-run shot! Who the hell am I? Who am I? What?
You're at second base. Now pitching for the Astros, number 47.
I am at disbelief. I am just, I don't know. A's, have a day. Have a day. Oh my God! Another one! Soderstrom to the second deck. What is this game? What am I even playing? Oh my God! I hope this luck translates to Call of Duty later. I'm dropping a 50 bomb if if this shit's gonna happen in Call of Duty. Oh my God! 18-0. Another hit. Short King Altuve does not have the link to get that one. Dylan Carlson coming into the day, not even batting 200, has a homer and a double. He's 2 for 4.
Ball.
I don't even know, man. This looks like batting practice. It looks like I'm playing on rookie mode. I almost feel, I don't even know how I feel. I can't believe it. But I can't wait to take a picture and show it to my wife. That'd make her very happy. No way. No way. I mean, almost. That had to have been less than a foot away from his second home run of the game. Okay, here we go. Mauricio 0 for 4 on the day. Imagine if this game were real life. Everyone else around you is just cranking dingers, and you're 0 for 4.
No, that's low.
How bad would you feel? That one almost landed.
Now batting.
All right, Chappie. All right, Chappie. Houston fans are letting him have it. Okay. If that one would have gotten by him, we would have known the game was cheating. 22 hits. This is where I need to put a little bit more effort into my videos.
Your attention, please.
And screenshot some of these to make them the, whatever you call them. What do you call it? The thumbnail of the video. Uh-oh. Just kidding. Seth Brown is there. But this is like Luther Hanna is such an interesting pitcher. He has a very high hit and K per 9.
Now batting, number 10.
But his, quote unquote stuff, his velocity, his pitch break, his control,
0-1.
not there. I mean, his control's pretty good.
0-1.
But I mean, he has like no velocity.
1 ball.
But maybe this changeup is just the golden pitch. You'd think it'd be the sinker. I mean, that one hangs up and he just doesn't do anything with it. We'll leave him in. I mean, this could not be any less of a low leverage situation.
That's a ball.
Like, imagine your team has a 19-run lead in the 9th. You could underhand pitch the entire inning, and you still wouldn't expect a team to come back from that far. But Rosario, actually kind of a tough day. I think that makes him 1 for 5,
Now batting,
1 for 6.
the second baseman, Zach Geloff.
That's out.
Gelf's been hitting for really good power this year. His average is not great,
Ball, upstairs.
but certainly better than last year, where I think if you... Okay, that's a strike. Where I think if you were to point to a player and say they kind of let the team down, I think it'd be Geloff.
Ball, inside.
After a rookie and a sophomore year that were insane, he really shit the bed last year. And our hero of the day, Seth Brown,
Seth Brown.
4 for 5, 2 home runs, 2
Ball 1, no strike.
double. Oh wow, he only needs a triple for the cycle. That ain't gonna do it. But still, a phenomenal day.
0-1's the count.
Maybe this changeup is just, maybe that's the pitch. The other one's okay. Nope, that changeup was horrible. That one left way up. What if we go even lower with that changeup? You still chase that? Oh, God. Well, the goal was to leave it up. Or the goal was to keep it low.
Ball inside.
And,
Nope, that's a ball.
I mean, that was a beautifully located pitch. Just didn't get the call. Dylan Carlson. They're going to test his arm. He makes the throw to home. The play at the plate. And he is safe. Ooh, that was close. I mean, that ball just scooped way below the zone. And Luther Hanna's making a case to go back down to the minors.
That's a ball.
A couple pitches left up. That was strike three, but okay. You know, some really close calls by the umpire. And if Houston ever had life, it was now. They have 2 runs. They have 1 run from that, or 2 hits and 1 run from that.
Baseman, Jose Altuve.
That's what we like to see. Give me those low calls.
I got a ball, 1 strike. That's ball.
Okay. Altuve's not biting.
Hey!
Watch the strike 2 go by. Put it in the...
Count full.
Jesus. What an eye. That one left up as well. I really want to let Hanna ride this one out, but he may not have the stamina. He's at 27 pitches.
Hey!
Okay.
Nope.
Just getting no chase. No one wants to chase. Okay, there's a chase below the zone, but he still makes contact. Which, I mean, he has 92 K/9. So, like, you got to think those are normally swings and misses. Okay, what if we elevate now? There's the swing and miss. Finally. Alright. Let's get out of this one. You know, if we give up 1 run
Nope.
in,
That's inside.
in the bottom of the 9th, I think that's a pretty successful day pitching. But it looks like they're going to get another one. This one is a rocket out into left field. Seth Brown way offline with the throw. I think we got to pull him. No need to make him suffer.
Now pitching, Garrett Crochet.
Even though we're going lefty-righty, I think Alec Boehm
No ball.
said he's not necessarily the best versus lefties. Give me that, please. There it is. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this game. I don't know. I guess I just had the golden thumb. Tyler Soderstrom wins player of the game. Goes 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles.
Thank you for joining us here this afternoon.
Mason Miller going 7 innings with 11 strikeouts,
Safely.
only 3 hits and no earned runs. I mean, what a day. What a day. We had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doubles, 7 doubles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 home runs, 10 home runs. Just, I don't know. Maybe possibly one of the best games I've ever played. Okay. So we're making Houston look foolish, winning 6-0 and then 19-2. Now the day for scouting assignments. Let's see. So Steven Soto looks to be a pretty good player. Like, average, solid MLB starter. Assuming that his potential is good. But let's change. I mean, just so much depth at first base. Like, you got to think that we're going to go with the first baseman this year. All right. And what are we? We're picking at 18th. This guy looks like he could be something.
Daddy?
We don't really need. Of course, we don't really. What we really need is a shortstop. This guy actually looks pretty good. I mean, obviously nothing crazy, but I mean, if you have someone just really good at everything, you take that. They have him at 23. We'll look a little bit harder. Let's see how we're doing on our relief pitchers. Okay, we're like in the 20s, 30s, 40s for some. What week is this? Week 6. I would like to look at some starters as well. I mean, we have a lot. Looks like we've just not scouted the West area. And it doesn't look like there's many in the West area. So I think a couple, probably 1 or 2 more weeks on relief pitchers, and then we'll start looking at starting pitchers. We'll go infield east. See if we find anyone there. And then what we said we were going to play one of the St. Louis games. Okay. So let's get through this week. And now Mason Miller is out for 1 to 2 weeks. So we'll put him on the 15-day. So Tyler Wells is back in 2 days. McKenzie's back in 6 days. So we don't have to pull up anyone. But I don't have a valid pitching rotation. Right. So we're going to have to go with the 4-man rotation for the next few days until we get some of our other starters back. Just no point in pulling someone up for a day or two. Okay. All right. And the shortstop actually does look like he could be our guy. We have him at 22. We pick at 18. He just looks like a very well-rounded guy with pretty good potential. So we'll take him all the way to 100%. We did not discover any new prospects. So let's go to the outfield. We'll start in the East. And our relief pitching, I think we have a pretty good grasp of most of the relief pitchers. So let's go to some of the starters. And we'll start internationally. So it is good that we have seen some good position players in this draft. You can always find pitchers. That's usually not a problem. And I'm thinking we're going to get 2 of our starters back this week. All right, so Tyler Wells is back, although Tyler Wells and Trevor Rogers, neither one of them pitching very well at all. I mean, Tyler Wells got injured really early on. Actually, I think he started as our lawn relief guy. But at least our top 3 guys are doing very well. It's encouraging. And now McKenzie is back. So, I mean, with a 6 ERA, we'll leave him in the lawn relief role. Yeah, Luther Hanna. I mean, he is improving, though. But, I mean, a 2 whip. A 2 whip. I mean, I guess if you have 40, like a 46 walk per 9, it's not ideal. All right, so we have Jose Vasquez. He's got to 100%, and I think if he falls to us, he's definitely going to be our first pick of this draft. Really good position players are, in my experience, a lot harder to come by in the draft. So we definitely want to take the good ones when we can find them. And shortstop is a position of need. Do we think Lewis Clark? It's kind of funny. Lewis and Clark. Henry McGiggins, which is the best old-timey sounding baseball name ever. He could actually be good. So, wow, just lots of very good infielders in this draft, especially at first base. Also at short. So, yeah, let's go ahead and look at Lewis and Clark here. We did discover an outfielder. Let's actually look at that. So recently scouted center fielder Ryan Gleason. And he looks pretty good. He looks like he could be very good, actually. Great contact skills. Not great power. I mean, 60 is okay. That'd be enough to get him, probably 15, 20 homers. but phenomenal speed, stealing, good defense. I think we're actually going to switch that up. And we're going to look at Ryan Gleason. Also, since we discovered him, that would also mean that other teams, unless they also discovered him, would he could fall very far in the draft. So we could get him in the third, maybe even the fourth round. Okay. So let's see. So, I mean, at least game 3 against Houston was relatively close, a 6-4 game. But when you put up, what is that, 31 runs in 3 games on a team, that's not good for them. We take the series against Seattle. We take the series against Detroit. We take the series against Milwaukee. And then we only take 1 out of 3 against the Rangers. Still fighting for that top spot in the division. And now, oh man. All right, so we have Trevor Oh, damn it. Well, I didn't mean to sim. I got in the habit of hitting triangle to look at the player stats. So I guess we're pitching with Tyler Wells. We're going to my home state of Missouri. I actually did live in St. Louis for a very brief period of time. Like 1 year whenever I was like 3 or 4 or something like that. Look at Chappie having a year. 309 average, 400 on base, and a 500 slug. Imagine being 32 and having the best season of your life. Could it happen? Seth Brown, also having a monster year, hitting for his highest average, best on base, highest slug. A WAR already at 1.7. We're gone through not even 2 full months of baseball, and he's already a third of the way through his, maxing out his home run total. Feels good. Ryan Noda, though, struggling. 150 at bats, does have 6 homers, but only a 200 average. Still getting walks, though. His on base is over 300, but we could put Dobby the Elf in. God, Bobby. When I see Bobby and Dahlbeck, I'm mixing up the B and the D. I'm going to call him Dobby anyway. We could put Dobby in. He's having a good year. But he doesn't hit righties particularly well. We'll leave Noda in. But, I mean, when your top 3 pitchers are pitching well and your lineup is just crushing it, like, no wonder we're at the top of our division. The problem, or the question, is can we maintain this? All right. So here we are in Busch Stadium. Do have a soft spot. Facing off against Jake Irvin, 29-year-old righty. Big guy, 6'6", 225 with a 3.63 ERA. Has good stuff, good velocity, good break on his pitches. I don't know. We'll see. I don't expect that we'll have the same level of success as we did against Houston. But you never know. I mean, how are you going to top
2-2's the count.
a 19-game performance I mean, whiffing on 98 is not a way to do it. But then we bite on the sinker below the zone. Ooh. That was actually a pitch to hit. And then the circle change gets us. See Jake Irvin. Maybe he doesn't have like the K per 9, the walk per 9. But he has good stuff. His pitches are fast. They have good movement. If he locates well, this could be a tough day for the lineup. Wow, 100 up in the zone. That comes at you fast. We do fight it off. And then very early, but do manage to make contact with that sweeping curve. And had to fight off that fastball on the black up in the zone. Good timing, actually. And then first pitch, Geloff pops it up, easy out. Definitely not the same that we saw from the last game. This was talking about. I think it's just last game was just one of those special games. All right, so Tyler Wells, take a look at our guy. Definitely more of a pitch to contact guy. High break, not a ton of velocity. Below walk per 9, or pretty high walk per 9. Above average hit per 9. So we'll see. We'll see. I got the pleasure of, living in Missouri during the time when Mark McGwire was having his home run record-setting year. I remember it being in like what was that, 6th or 7th grade, and like every day was like Mark McGwire home run watch.
Batting second, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
We had some World Series wins in there. That was also the time when the St. Louis Rams were still in St. Louis and winning Super Bowls, the greatest show on turf.
Ball. 1-2.
Just the only thing that was that the St. Louis Blues sucked. Our hockey team sucked at that time, I think. But it was a good time to be a Missouri sports fan. I will say that. Maybe not so much anymore. Oh, and the Royals sucked. But then the Royals went on to win a World Series. So, but now St. Louis doesn't even have a football team, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. Dang.
That missed. That's the ball.
Man. That outside fastball sinker combo is pretty good. Brown gives this one a ride at the wall, and the catch is made. I didn't expect that one to get as deep as it did. But that one's going deep. Jorge Soler showcasing his Soler power. Cheesy, yeah. 107 off the bat, 440 feet. That is a shot. Ooh. Ooh, pitch to hit. Sinker left way up, but Soderstrom was all over it, but very, very early. Very, very early. It's definitely a stadium where you can hit quite a few home runs. And then back to the, Cardinals' success. Ooh, my God, that circle change was disgusting. After the success of seeing Mark McGwire there for years. Also ties in because he started as an A. But then we got to see Pujols. We had Pujols, Matt Carpenter, Yadier Molina. Had some good players in the days. St. Louis definitely a good historic franchise. Certainly not one that would get moved to Las Vegas.
The Cardinals, the second baseman.
Who would take a team that's been around since the 70s and has won many World Series out of their hometown? Oh wait, yeah, that's the A's. Worst owner in baseball. Thankfully, in our artificial reality here, he sold the team. I was hired as the GM, and year 2 under my leadership, win a World Series. Then, of course, following year we actually don't even make the playoffs. So maybe my stewardship is actually lacking. But this year, second in the division, having a great month of baseball.
Outside, that's a ball.
Normally, Tyler Wells, that slider, gets a lot of swing and miss, but not many people biting here on that. Maybe we need to do a better job of setting it up. Alex Burleson. How many bats is he? Okay. He's batting 0 for the year, but only 4 at-bats. And this dude has the biggest noggin I've ever seen on a player. There we go. Swing and miss on the slider. High fastball, probably a little bit too high. All right, and he got his first hit against us. That makes you feel good. Heartwarming story of the summer right here. Chase Davis. Okay. Young guy, but looks like he's definitely a talented young player.
Ball. 1-1.
Also batting 0 for the year. Am I saying that right? 0 for the year? And this is actually his first at bat for the year. Tyler Wells feeling generous. Almost gives him his first hit, although he swung out of his shoes on that slider.
Leading off for the A's, the first baseman, Ryan Noda.
All right, Ryan Noda, what do you got?
Nope, ball.
Oh, man, I always feel bad when you take a pitch, you're like, that's just not a strike I want to swing at, and it gets called a ball. Honestly, feel even bad for the pitchers. Good sinker, though. We're on top of it. Ooh. And I definitely saw that as a curveball, and it was left up. But that sweeping action I did not catch. We didn't move over the PCI. Or should I say Mauricio did not barrel that one up. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit. But definitely not having the success that we had in Houston. That's for sure.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
And I think we're going to tell Chappie and give him the red light. No need. Sweeping curve way off the plate.
28, Ahmed Rosario.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, to be fair, in the Houston game, they were pitching fastballs right down the middle. Say that we get one there. But up until this point, Jake Irvin has been locating his pitches pretty well. This one is going to land out in left center, out in the gap. Ahmed Rosario, I think, should have an easy double. And that is a RBI double for Ahmed Rosario, one of our trade pieces at the trade deadline last year. Definitely was a good piece and someone that's been playing well this year. So just wasn't enough to get us into the playoffs last year, but obviously a big part of why we're doing so well this season. Not a bad pitch to swing at there, but just under it.
That's a ball.
Good eye there.
Count is full.
I thought that was a sinker, but it ends up being a fastball. Great location. And A's are doing just enough to scratch across some runs, but you know, Tyler Wells could give up a shot at any point. Don't want to discredit his work thus far, as he absolutely dots a slider. You really don't get much better than that.
Ball, that's up.
Really not a bad pitch. How about a slur for you, my friend? Who is Joshua Baez? Okay. Cardinals just have their rookie squad up today, I guess.
Peacock.
But that's a strikeout for Tyler Wells.
Oh, yeah. 0-1.
And I'll take those all day.
Nope, ball.
Ooh, there's a nice swing and miss on the slider. And then just watches the fastball pretty much middle.
Leading for the Athletics, the left fielder, Seth Brown.
All right, Seth Brown, probably one of the, he's got to be one of the hotter bats right now in baseball. As you see there, 500 average in his last 3 games. We saw him, I mean, just go off in the Houston game. And maybe pitching around him a little bit. Give him the red light.
Take your base. Ball 4.
Leading off for Oakland,
Get that on base up.
the designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Soler with a solo shot earlier. Is he a pull hitter? Doesn't say. Oh my goodness. Almost goes 2 for 2. Just a little bit too early on that fastball. Pulls it foul down the third base line.
That's the ball.
Yikes. Beats that one into the ground. Out at second is made, and the double play. Good pitch there. Give credit where credit is due. Starting to miss a little bit, though. Looks like maybe he's losing some energy. 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Phone call from the wifey. Actually, not going to apologize for taking a phone call from the wife. Oh my God.
2-2.
What a whiff there. And Jake Irvin. Have yourself a day. Pitching very well against, I mean, we've got to be up there as like one of the hotter teams.
Hee-haw.
I know we're not leading the division, but we have had a good month of baseball. We've only lost one series. Tyler Wells is pitching well. Jesus. I don't think between these two games, the Houston game and this game, I don't think I've ever gotten this many strikes or strikeouts looking. I don't know why. It just very rarely happens.
Hee-haw.
I guess today is just my lucky day. Which means when I stream Call of Duty later, maybe I'll finally drop a game. Maybe break my PR today. Get that 30 bomb I've been hoping for. But I'm getting off subject now. Talking baseball. Nolan Gorman, though, hit that one very hard. But foul. Let's see this Tyler Wells slider that made me fall in love with him, made me keep him around.
That hit him.
He,
Batter, take your base.
okay, but he swung. He swung at the ball despite it hitting him.
The third baseman, Nolan
So Nolan Gorman
Arenado.
Hee-haw.
takes one to the thigh, although he did swing at it, so I don't know.
He's up.
But we go the short way, get the out at second. And this has actually turned into a pitcher's duel after the first game we played, where we won 19-2.
Carlson.
We're now in the fifth, only up 2-0.
Act right.
But Jake Irving proving to be a great pitcher, or at least a pretty good one. We've managed to scratch across a couple runs. One was a solo shot. The other one was 2 doubles. But
1-0.
his breaking pitches and off-speed pitches have been good.
Act.
He's located the fastball well like that, so, you know. Want to give credit to where credit is due. Solid hit there on the sinker, 103 off the bat, but right to the second baseman.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio.
1-0.
Mauricio was hot, 0 for 3 in the last game, 0 for 1 today. Definitely a guy that I think, you know, who we've had. Uh-oh, that one actually falls. Center fielder could not get to it. And Mauricio thinks about third, but quickly changes his mind. And we're there with a stand-up double. I thought that one was going to be an easy catch. But center fielder didn't have the range. But as I was saying, a guy that's been with the team now for, I think, 3, maybe he's on his 4th year. And has not gotten, I think he actually did get a little bit better last year, but definitely not having kind of the breakout that we were hoping for when we traded for him in year 1. So, you know, Mauricio could be a guy. Jesus. His fastball is left middle. And Alec Burleson, who I have no idea who that is, just, yeah. I mean, it doesn't get much easier to hit than that. Was looking for more of a pitch like that, but, you know,
Ball inside.
that was a ball, but I'm pretty sure that was a swing up. Pretty sure that was a swing.
That's a ball.
Ooh.
2-2.
And then now the changeup on top of that. There we go.
Now batting, catcher, Matt Tice.
No, ball.
Unfortunate call there from the umpire.
That missed. That's a ball. 2-0. Ball.
Uh-oh.
3-0.
We're in danger of walking our first batter. They red light him, but we're going to try and just get some strikes across the zone. All right. So we get into a full count. I think we give him the slider.
Missed.
No bite. Okay. Tyler Wells working himself into some trouble here. See if he can work out of it.
Joshua.
Now Joshua Baez, one of these young guns. If we get a double play, that'd be huge. I think we got it. Mauricio, Geloff, Noda. Tyler Wells gets the ground ball he needs. We get the double play. And no runs scored.
Your attention, please. Now pitcher.
All right, new pitcher Lucas Sims. Of course, very good pitcher. Having a great year this year, only a 2.43 ERA and only a 1.17 whip, which considering his
For the Cardinals,
walks per 9 is below 50.
Lucas Sims.
You would think he'd be walking more batters, but I guess he's got it this year. Check swing on a vicious slider. All right. Rosario does put this one in play, and with great speed is able to take second. Only 84 off the bat. Obviously not a particularly hard hit ball, but hit just well enough. Love to see Geloff heat up. He's 0 for 6 on the series, 0 for 2 today. We're in a good spot here to give us a little bit of a cushion. I mean, that's just two excellent located pitches. We fight off another slider. This one just on the black, bottom part of the zone. Four straight sliders.
Ball. 1-2.
Putting it together a pretty good at bat here, though.
No, that's it.
Are we going to get a challenge fastball? I mean, I don't exactly call that a challenge pitch, but we do get a fastball, but just very well located. Seeing why Lucas Sims does have just over a 2 ERA. We do pop that one up. It should advance Rosario to third, and it does. So at least it's a productive out. Good timing on that one, just under it. Now Brown has been extremely hot.
That's the ball. 1-0.
Batting over 300 with runners in scoring position. That is a phenomenal stat right there. You know, he's been a guy that's been kind of in that like 5, 6, 7 hole most of this franchise. But we moved him up and he has been delivering. And he smokes that one into the second base gap. 105 off the bat. That's going to drive in Rosario from third.
That's the ball. 1-0.
And Seth Brown, his hot streak continues. Only a single, but still.
2-0's the count.
Solera had a solo shot earlier in the game. Ooh, got a good pitch to hit there, but just early on it.
3-1.
Ooh, gives this one a good ride. It is high and deep out in the right field. Hits at the base of the wall. Solera's going to get to second.
Deep take.
And Seth Brown goes from first to home.
Catcher, Tyler Soderstrom.
Okay, putting together some really good at-bats here against Lucas Sims. I mean, he's been locating really well, but we've gotten a couple pitches to put the bat on, and we are making contact when we do. Ooh, that was a pitch. Fastball right up the middle, but high and pushing to left field, which is not what we needed, trying to get the runner over to third.
the right fielder, number 3.
All right.
Dylan
Dylan Carlson now at the plate. Not great this year, but he has had some good years, or some good games, I guess I should say. But 0 for 2 today. The only thing I think that's helped us against Lucas Sims so far this game is that when he has missed, he's missing pretty far outside the plate. Now we're going to red light Carlson here, and we do get the complimentary fastball right down the middle. But now looking for a challenge pitch. And he crushes that one. A slurve left up, out into right field. Dylan Carlson goes deep. And Lucas Sims not having a great year after this one. Doesn't even complete the inning
number 57.
after giving up 4 runs. And now facing Zach Thompson. Lefty reliever, 2.38 ERA. Having a good year. But Lucas Sims also had a 2-point-something ERA. And we beat the shit out of him. But Noda pops up the first pitch. But damage done. Damage done. A's once again showcasing that they have power throughout the lineup. And now Tyler Wells after a 69th pitch, nice, is up 0-2 on Harold Ramirez. Another player I have never heard of. Wow. Lefty masher. Thank God he's not facing a lefty. Gives a ride, but Seth Brown is there.
It's 0-1.
And now it's 73 pitches. The question now becomes, how far can Tyler Wells go? He's obviously pitched very well.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
He's had some walks, had a couple hits, but still has not given up a run. And still slinging. The cutter gets a swing and miss for strike 3. Of course, I do have to caveat this, but I don't know the Cardinals roster this year.
That's up. That's a ball.
Here, and I think this is the 2027 season. But it does kind of seem like maybe they have their B squad. We've seen 2 batters thus far who, only have maybe 4 or 5 at-bats for the year. So
That's in. Ball.
it's not like they've sent their best. At least I don't think they have. Ooh, good circle change there. Mauricio's way out in front and over the top. And then late and underneath a fastball. Good pitch mix there. I mean, hard pitch to take, but he takes it on the black.
Matt Chapman.
And now Chappie, 0 for 2 today, but obviously very strong against lefties, so
Ball. Outside.
0 for 2 for the day could change very quickly. That one hit hard and deep, but I think he was under that one. Absolutely skied it, yep. Maybe just up another couple inches, and that's a home run. And then Rosario on the following first pitch does the same thing, but just to the other side of right center, not quite as deep. And I forgot to, that was such a quick inning. We did not warm up anyone. So, we'll warm up Luther Hanna. We have a 6-run lead, and he needs to get some reps. But we'll give Tyler Wells to say 90 pitches or a base runner. Nolan Gorman, a guy that could definitely do some damage, though.
No, that's high.
So,
Ball. That's
but
up.
he cannot find the strike zone. So that base runner might come sooner than later.
Full count.
What's up, dude?
When will you be done with your life?
I mean, I'll be done playing baseball after this game.
So you'll be done with your life stream?
This one, yes.
Are you gonna make another one after?
Oh. There it is. Not a bad pitch there. At least I don't think. I think it was, yeah, I mean, inside on the hands. Fights it off, though. Sends it good ride, and that's going to end the day for Tyler Wells. All right. Once again, I really want to see what Luther Hanna can do. He has struggled this year. But as a reliever, those ERAs can get inflated very quickly.
Ball. Nope. Ball.
That probably could have been strike one. Hump doesn't like it. I mean, Nolan Arenado, obviously very talented batter. We don't want to give him anything too crazy. So we throw him a changeup right down the middle, naturally. And then he watches strike three. Okay, we'll take it.
No, that's outside. Ball.
I don't know if it's the fact that maybe he wasn't warmed up all the way, but Hanna definitely lacking control here. And not deep enough to move the runner up from second to third. After a tough start with the first batter, he's looking very good.
No balls. 2 strikes.
You hear that? The umpire says you have no balls.
That's low.
All right. I'm really looking to see where Luther Hanna has that strikeout ability. He has very high K per 9, but he just doesn't have a ton of velocity or break on his pitches, so just kind of curious how that works out in the game. Doesn't get a ton of swing and miss. Geloff takes a rip at the cutter in on the hands. Pulls it out into left field, but short of the wall. Seth Brown 1 for 2 with a walk. And that one might be gone. It is high, it is deep. Oh, it falls short of the wall, but the right fielder dives, goes past his glove. Luckily, he's able to quickly jump up and make the throw in.
The designated hitter.
And that was the triple that Seth Brown needed in our Houston game that would have completed the cycle.
Ah! 0-1. 1 ball, 1
Now,
strike.
Soler, phenomenal versus lefties, huge power. I think Thompson actually got really lucky there, but it was deep enough. It does bring Brown home, extends the lead to 7. And Soderstrom tees this one up, but not good enough. All right, Luther Hanna.
Hee-haw! 0-1. 2!
There's the swing and miss. There's the swing and miss that we were looking for. All right. Noda decides to flip it behind his back, 5 feet up in the air. But Hannah's showcasing the defense. And making short work
Ball.
of the first 2 batters. Ooh, good sinker there. He's made it through 2 innings. I think we will leave him in to finish this one off if he can. Just in case we need to go to another righty, we'll warm up at Ryan at Thompson. And Dylan Carlson may be getting back on track after having kind of a tough season. But kind of getting it going.
Hee-haw! Hit!
Man, that is 2 excellent pitches. And then swinging through the 77-mile-an-hour curveball. Okay. If this were a closer game, we would probably pitch hit Mauricio. But
That's inside.
given that we're up by 7, we need to give him a chance to improve versus lefties. And he does just that. Almost takes off Thompson's head. 107 off the bat, right up the middle, past the pitcher. And now we get to Chapman. And that one is gone. A no-doubter over the foul pole. Absolutely crushed. I mean,
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cardinals.
despite our slow start, we've still managed to put up a 10 spot on the Cardinals here. And I don't feel bad about it at all. In fact, I would love to see Geloff get into one. He does not. An 0 for 5 day for Geloff. Mason Wynn crushes that one. But it lands safely in the glove of Rosario. Just allowed out.
What you got?
Say he didn't go around there. And I think this changeup's a good one.
Ball.
I mean, it's a good pitch,
2 balls, 2 strikes.
but no bite. That one gets him, though. So far, 2 2/3 from Luther Hanna. They have been good. I think just maybe one hit.
0-1.
I've had some strikeouts.
Hit right.
Should lower his ERA considerably after this game. And punctuating that effort with a swing and a miss for out number 3. The A's looking like the Savannah Bananas out here in the all yellow. But a good game, just a slow start. Tyler Wells goes 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits, but no earned runs. And Soler 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Good effort by Jake Irvin, but he does get the loss. All right. And we have now taken the series from St. Louis. All right. Mason Miller is no longer injured. And now we have a decision to make. We have one too many players, and one of them by far, so we have to send a starting pitcher down. It's definitely not going to be Arias, although he's not having the year he had last year. Has a 4 ERA through 69 innings. Nice. The ERA not nice. The innings nice. Paddock is good. Tristan McKenzie came back from injury with a 6 ERA, looking much better now. Mason Miller. How many options does he have left? He has 1 option left. Tyler Wells has 3, but he's pitching considerably better. Of course, some of that is going to have to do with, the last game that we pitched with him. Trevor Rogers is not good, and Clevenger is still solid. Trevor Rogers is cold. He is our only other lefty starter, though. And he also only has 1 option. 1 minor league option. I mean, it's got to be between him or Mason Miller. Both only have 1 minor league option available. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of these stats a little bit. 5.37 FIP. Whip is considerably lower. Striking out more batters. Walking less batters. He's just giving up more home runs. And while giving up more home runs is certainly not good, I think that is avoidable. So Trevor Rogers is going down to AAA. And he will easily slot into the lineup. It means Matsui, who is having a very tough time in AAA, is going to move to a long relief role. And Sean Newcomb, the relief pitcher, is pitching as a starter? No, he's not. All right, so we're just going to have to hope he works out of it. He's still only 19 years old. He's still only 19. He's having a little bit of tough time, but that's okay. He should have been in Double A. He got the call up because of all of the injuries at the major league level. And then since Tristan McKenzie decided to remember that he can pitch, he comes back into the rotation, and now all of a sudden our rotation looks very good. Mason Miller back to the long relief role, along with Jaime Barria. Okay. We got something going here. All right, but Texas is better. I mean, look at this guy. Only 23 years old, already a 93 overall. Definitely a pretty talented roster. Okay. All right. Scouting. All right. So our center fielder that we discovered. Ooh, potential goes down quite a bit. But overall, he still looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and finish scouting him all the way. Let's look at our starting pitchers. We're at 35%. So let's... Thank you, bud. Let's see, what...
Are you gonna pull up your comment?
What?
Are you gonna put up your comment?
I will. Was it starting? No. Starting pitchers. There we go. All right, so let's... So we got Central, West, East, Central. All right. Let's move over to the Central region. We discovered another outfielder. So let's see who that was. A right fielder, Thomas Erickson. They say he is also draft ranked in the 40s, 20 years old. Maybe not as high of a ceiling, but maybe a little bit more polished. Looks to have great content. He also looks pretty good. So we might scout him as well. We definitely don't need a right fielder, though.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Can I have me go smoothie?
Sure. Okay. All right. And then let's sim through this last week here. Oh, sweet Jesus. Bobby Dahlbeck, one of our, probably like our, I guess what we would call the big free agent signing, now out for 1 to 2 months. So injuries strike again. 1 to 2 months. That's 30 or 60 days. So we'll put him on the 10-day. And that's also a position that we were weak at. I think we're okay. You know, we have guys that can slot into that position. Curtis Mead is, only 35 at bats, but batting very, very well. So, let's do this. We'll move Chapman to short because that's his secondary position, and he's obviously a stud on defense. Curtis Mead will play third. And Chappie will move up to fourth. Curtis Mead fifth. No, let's move Brown up to fifth. Okay. Do we give Logan Davidson a shot? He's a little better defensively. Pretty similar, but he's just a little bit of a better hitter. Okay. All right. So, not great, but not bad. And fortunately, we started off looking to hunt for the first in our division. And after the month of May, and a bad stretch here versus 3 losses in a row, albeit fairly close games, we do end up splitting the series with Seattle, and that leaves us in second place for the division. 5 games back out of first. Us and the Astros kind of neck and neck here. And we are leading for the wild card, though. Our goal heading into this season was to not be the team that, was fighting in the last couple of weeks to make the wild card. We wanted to be that team that, solidifies the wild card early at the very least. Ideally, we want to win the division. But the Rangers are on fire right now. So, and they keep beating us. I think they've won every series that we've played against. But I noticed that last season when we did this, we had the month of June where we played all in the minors, and then in July between the draft and the trade deadline, we didn't play any games in the month of July. So I think June we will do player lock minor leagues, probably like 5 or 6 guys, because the player locks go very quickly, and then we'll play a full game at the majors, I think is how we're going to approach it this year. But pretty good episode. We saw, I mean, look at it. 19-2 versus Houston. Just, I don't know. Has to be one of the best games I've ever played of MLB The Show. But a very exciting one nonetheless. But anyway, thank you so much for your time and watching this video. If you really enjoyed it, a subscription is always appreciated. A like always goes a long way, and a comment. And if you didn't like it, that's fine too. Just leave me a comment. Let me know how I can improve my content in the future. Although if you disliked it, you probably didn't watch this far. But just in case you're hearing this message, even if you did like it, maybe you find something that I can do a little bit better. Let me know. And again, thank you all so much for your time. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.